Hi there and welcome back to another NJS instructional video. In this video I'm going to show you how to cook an incredible leg of lamb roast on the rotisserie on a Kamado. Now we're about 45 minutes into this cook, so let's go back a few hours and show you how I prepped the lamb for today's cook. We have here a nice piece of spring lamb. It weighs in at just over a kilo, around 2.2, 2.3 pounds, and it is a boneless leg roast. Now I've rinsed this under some cold water and also given it a pat dry with some paper towels. And now we're ready to apply our dry rub. And for our dry rub, I'm using a Mediterranean blend, and this goes really well with lamb and any red meat. And because our lamb is a boneless type, you can see that the bone has been removed, and that'll give us a really good opportunity to dry rub the inside of our lamb, and then we'll wrap it up with some butcher twine after, so we can also season the inside. Now we'll give this a very generous seasoning all around. Make sure we get into the cavity areas as well. And we'll flip that over and do the same on this side. Now we're not going to remove any of the fat or score it in any way. Now that our lamb is nice and seasoned, we'll grab some butcher's twine and we'll secure it all up. Now we've just placed our marinated lamb on a bread rack and also on a tray, and we'll place this in the refrigerator until we're ready to start cooking on our Kamado. Now let's go through how we're setting up our Kamado for today's cook. So firstly, with our charcoal, we're using a premium lump charcoal in our Kamado, and we've banked that up against the back side of our Kamado. We've also left the front side here, or the front half, mostly free of charcoal. And this helps to prevent any flare-ups from the fat drippings that we have from our rotisserie meat. So usually after a rotisserie cook, while the charcoal is still hot, we just push them towards the front and that'll burn off any of that excess fat. However, I'll leave that in place post our cook, so I can show you just how much charcoal that we ended up using. Additionally, we also have this cherry smoking chunk wood, which we'll just place on top towards the back there. Now with the remainder of our Kamado setup, I've just removed our tiered cooking rack off, as well as the heat deflector stones and the cooking grate, none of which we will need for this cook. Additionally, we'll be removing the right-hand shelf, as this will get in the way of our Espetosul Rotisserie motor. And with our Luft lighter, we'll fire up our charcoal. And we'll close our dome lid and open the bottom and top vents fully. We'll give our Kamado about 15 minutes to preheat, and we want some good heat soak throughout the ceramic. Now we're not really chasing a dome temperature here. Whilst we expect the temperature to be around the 150 to 200 degrees Celsius mark, because of our setup with the Espetosul Rotisserie, we will have our dome lid slightly open. It will affect our temperature reading, so hence we're not chasing a dome temperature as such. But what we do want is good heat soak in our ceramic, and for that fire in our charcoal to actually spread, so we get a nice even consistency along our charcoal bed. And whilst we wait for our Kamado to come up to temperature, we'll grab our lamb out of the refrigerator and start prepping that for our rotisserie cook. And here is our lamb, and that's a result of dry rubbing about 2 hours before we start cooking. And for our skewer, I have marked the halfway point as it's sitting in the Kamado setup. So I'll place that roughly halfway on our lamb there, and I'll grab one of these forks and place that over here. And that'll be our stop point. So I'll tighten that up. So we'll pass the skewering rod through the meat. And you do want to make sure you get that as centered as possible. So place the forks through like that. There. And we'll grab our other fork and do the same over here. And then tighten that up. We anticipate that this cook will take around about an hour, and we're targeting an internal temperature of around 65 degrees Celsius, around that 150 degree Fahrenheit mark. Now we'll shortly close our dome lid. However, if you do want to find out more about how I've set up the Espetosul Rotisserie for my Kamado, be sure to check out my chicken gyros video in the link above. And we'll shortly close the bottom and the top vents fully. With the air gap that we do have between our top dome and the bottom portion of our Kamado, that does provide sufficient oxygen for our charcoal. It also ensures we get a nice smoky flavour throughout our meat. Now we've just hit over the 30-minute mark, so let's open up our Kamado and have a look at our lamb rotisserie. And that's looking really good, and it's starting to take on a nice colour. So we'll start checking the internal temp of our lamb. At 31 degrees there. At 58 in the middle there. At 34. So we still have a little bit to go. We'll give this another 30 minutes and check the temperature again. Now we've been cooking for 1 hour, so let's check out our lamb and see how that's cooking. And that is looking and smelling sensational. So let's check the internal temp. About 54 there. About 63. So we'll let our lamb cook for another 5 minutes because we are showing different temperatures along the meat. And you can see just how much the lamb has actually shrunk. So those fork prongs were actually hard up against the meat when we skewered it, and you can see just how much that meat has contracted. Now we've been cooking for an hour and 10 minutes, so let's have a look at our lamb. Now the lamb is ready and it looks sensational. It's time to pull it off the Kamado. And we'll let the lamb rest for about 10 to 15 minutes before we start carving into it. Take off our fork. Let's carve into it and see what it's like. Look at that. Nice and juicy on the inside there. Perfectly cooked. So let's carve a little piece and give it a taste test. Okay, cheers. That is really, really good. Still got some nice pinkiness there in the center. But wow, that is amazing. So we'll now go to our post-cook review. Now it's been almost 5 hours since we finished our cook. Firstly, let's open up our Kamado and check out the charcoal. Now even after 5 hours, we still have a bit of heat coming out of that charcoal. But as you can see, we still have a fair bit of charcoal left over from our cook. Additionally, placing our charcoal at the back of our Kamado prevented those fatty flare-ups that have come about when fat drips directly over charcoal and then the flames shoot up. And you can see that we do have some fatty drippings over here, which isn't really an issue. Typically after a rotisserie cook, I would move the charcoal towards the front and let that hot charcoal burn off any of those fats. However, for the purpose of this video, I left it intact so you can see just how much charcoal is still left over. So let's break up the charcoal and see how many chunks of charcoal are still intact. Now we still have a reasonable amount of charcoal left over, and that'll be good and useful for our next cook. And this will also provide an easier means of starting our fire. So used charcoal does tend to ignite quicker than fresh lump charcoal. Now overall, our cook took around 1 hour and 10 minutes, and I probably could have reduced that a little bit more and have that meat a little bit more medium inside. However, the end result was a very juicy and tender and also flavoursome piece of leg lamb roast. Additionally, our cherry smoking chunk wood that we placed on top of our lit charcoal was totally consumed in this cook, and that gave a nice mild smoke flavour. Now it's really hard to beat a live fire rotisserie cook, especially when it's done in a Kamado style cooker. That concludes our post-cook review. Let's go back to earlier today and rejoin where we left off. Now I hope you found this video informative. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that bell notification icon. Thanks for watching.